Hello friends, and welcome back to the Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel and blog. Today I'm so excited to bring you day one of our Hello Summer release. This release will be available at honeybeestamps.com on July the 5th. First off is a large 6x8 inch stamp set called Freshly Picked. I love this one because there's lots of things that you can do with the stamp set. So first off, there's those outlines of the images with the great details. So there's lots of fruits, blossoms, leaves. So if you like to Copic color, watercolor, use your colored pencils, those images are great for that. But also there's the solid stamps at the top that make it great to do lots of details like color blend right on that stamp before you stamp it. So lots of fun there. Now here's a look at the Freshly Picked coordinating die set. Any new die set that you order from honeybeestamps.com is going to come to you pre-clipped. So no more clippers or trying to bend your dies apart. No more of those pesky little metal barbs. All of the dies will come to you pre-clipped. Now let's take a look at all of these images stamped and die cut, and I played with them in a lot of different ways. So the first ones are stamped with Copic friendly ink, and then I did Copic coloring. So I wanted to show you those beautiful outline images and then the cute little details in each one. So two different looks at the pear, a cute little peach and orange, a lemon, and then you can make the little slices, of course, into lemons or limes. Lots of little leaves, and of course the fruit blossoms. So lots of ways to make a cute little fruity card. Here, design team member Julianne has a beautiful trio of fruity cards for us using those detailed images. So the outline and then all the beautiful details on the insides. And she's done some beautiful Copic coloring. Here she's also used the detailed images of the lemons and then made a beautiful slimline shaker card. I just love the tumbling lemons with the hot pink. It's just gorgeous. Now next up are some examples of the solid stamping. So you can see there where I've ink blended the yellow and kind of orangey colors right there on that stamp and stamped it to make the lemon. I did the same for the pear. You can see the different blends and colors. Now there are dies in the die set that are going to cut your die cuts more traditionally. So with the white outline like the peach there around the edges. There's also going to be some dies in that set. They're going to cut really close to the edge. So you're not going to get that white outline border, just like that lemon. So you can see the other lemon has the white border, and then the lemon there to the right doesn't have the border on it. Here's a cute little strawberry that I've done some ink blending there right onto that solid stamp. Added some little gel pen for the seeds. Now there's also a little strawberry that you can build and die cut, and you can see that's cut right up close to the image so you don't get the white border. There's the little orange slices, the beautiful blossoms, of course, that you could do in any color. Some of them I did in kind of a rosy pink, some in white, some in I like the little coral. These were fun. Added little details onto the blossoms on the inside. You can see some of those are cut with the traditional dies that have the white outline. And then these leaves don't have the outline around those. So I used the other dies with those. You can see the leaf there with the white outline. So there's just lots and lots of choices with both the stamps and the coordinating dies. Lots of ways that you can use them both together. Here I've used that traditional die with the outline, like on that strawberry, for the white part. And then I've used the two separate pieces of the die, like there on the strawberry on the right, and I've created kind of a little popped up fun strawberry. And I used Nuvo drops for the little seeds. Here's a lemon that I've done the same way. Use the green. That's the traditional coordinating die that leaves that outline. I just cut it in green. And then made a lemon and used the really close up die that's going to cut and leave no edges around it. Again, I used some Nuvo drops to add little details, and then you have a cute little popped up lemon and strawberry. And now here's some inspiration using those solid stamps. You can see how Jenny has ink blended right onto that stamp and then stamped it onto those die cuts. She's added the sweet little faces from one of our Build-A-Bee sets, and this just could not be any cuter. Here she has also made a beautiful slimline card. I love that blue background. It makes the oranges pop right off of the front. Here Keiko has a beautiful pair of cards. She has used the solid stamps, she's used the detailed stamps with that white heat embossing there in the background. I just love all the details and colors on her pair of cards. Alba has designed the sweetest strawberry card. I just love all her solid stamping of the strawberries and all her little details paired with one of our new sentiment dies. Next up, we had to give you the perfect sentiments to go with the freshly picked stamp set. And so this sentiment set is called Perfect Sentiments. You can see you have Life is Sweeter with You, Thank You Very Much, Very Sweet. To My Main Squeeze, You're Perfect. To the Perfect Pair, Thinking of You, Such a Peach. The Sweetest Friend, Totally Sweet. Cutie, Pucker Up, I Could Just Squeeze You. You have a You Are that you can mix and match, Hello, and You Are Sweet Inside and Out. Here's a look at that beautiful new font. Just love these, and they're all beautiful, and then pair perfectly with our freshly picked stamp set. There's a coordinating die set, and just a reminder that when you receive all of your Hello Summer release dies, they will come to you pre-clipped. So let's take a look at the Perfect Sentiments. I have stamped and then used the coordinating dies. I love that every one of the sentiments in this set have a coordinating die. So there's lots of choices for you to either stamp directly onto your cards or use those awesome coordinating dies and pop those up for a little dimension. Here's an awesome set of note cards from design team member Ilda. She's used all the beautiful fruits in so many of those perfect sentiments. I'm just in love with these beautiful cards. Next is a card from design team member Jenny, and she has made the cutest little strawberry patch with a little picket fence and the Thank You Very Much sentiment. Here Jenny's also sharing a card with the lemons. She's added the Perfect Sentiment to my main squeeze, and I just love the color combination of the yellow with the purple. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if you love stencils and like to ink blend directly onto your card bases, or maybe ink blend using stencils onto your die cuts, we haven't forgotten about you. There is a coordinating freshly picked stencil with all of those beautiful fruits, blossoms, and leaves. Now this is a beautiful sentiment set that pairs perfectly with the freshly picked stamps and coordinating dies, and it is called Fruits of the Spirit. So we have two different Bible verses here. Taste and see that the Lord is good, which comes from Psalm 34:8, and then all those fruits of the Spirit from Galatians. So we have thank you for, and then you can add all of those character traits that we love, such as love, gentleness, goodness, joy, kindness, patience, peace, self-control, and faithfulness. And then of course there's also the coordinating die set, and when they come to you they're all going to be pre-clipped so they're easy to pull right out of your package and get crafty. So I have stamped this whole stamp set and cut them all out with the coordinating dies so we can get a closer look. You can see the taste and see that the Lord is good from Psalm, thank you for your, and then there's all those awesome character traits. Kindness, patience, self-control, faithfulness, and there's joy, gentleness, goodness, love, peace, and then we've also included the little Bible verse for that, Fruits of the Spirit, Galatians 5:22 and 23. Design team member Crystal has created a Bible journaling page, so colorful and beautiful, with all the fruits of the Spirit, and then she's paired that with the freshly picked stamp and coordinating die set. Now next is a cute little stamp set called Pineapple. You can see there's lots of great greetings. Stand tall, wear your crown, be tough on the outside but sweet on the inside. Hello, aloha, hey there pineapple, hola, and be a pineapple. Now there are several different ways that you can stamp and die cut these out. So there is the detail or outline stamp that you can see there in the bottom left hand corner. There's also the solids again, so you can do the ink blending and lots of fun techniques right there on that stamp. There's a coordinating die set, and again, as a little reminder, these are going to come to you pre-clipped, so super fun. As you can tell, we're really excited about that. So that's going to cut out all the images from that stamp set. So there's different layering techniques and things, and also those sentiments from that set. I love the details on that little pineapple. Okay, now I'm going to show you just a few of the fun ways that you can create with the Pineapple stamps and coordinating dies. So here I have used that detail stamp and stamped that out and did some Copic coloring. Next I used the two solid stamps. So I stamped a bright light yellow as that base color, and then the detailed stamp I used a little bit of more mustard or orangey color. On the next design, I used those solid stamps and again did the layered coloring with the light and then the darker yellows. And then I used some of the coordinating dies. I cut out around the body of the stamp and then used some of those layering dies for the crown of my pineapple, just in green cardstock. Here I've used the die. You can see the white kind of peeking out from behind. I used that beautiful layered die that gives you the body of the pineapple, and then again layered green cardstock for the crown. There are those great greetings included in this stamp and die set. So you have, hey there pineapple, you have the stand tall greeting, be a pineapple, and then you have hola, aloha, hello, and hi. So the Pineapple stamps and coordinating dies, they may be small, but as you can see, there are so many fun options to be had with this set. Here is some Pineapple design team inspiration. First from Lisa. She did a black and white card with that pop of green there in the crown. And here Carol has done a beautiful yellow and white stripe. It's so sunny, and she used the be a pineapple and then that stand tall, wear your crown, be tough on the outside but sweet on the inside. Next up are the Pineapple Lattice cover plate dies. These can be used alone, one at a time, or you can use them together and layer the cardstock for a really cool design. That first die was the base layer, and then this one is the top or more detailed layer. I'm going to cut these out of some cardstock and show you just some of the options you have with these Pineapple Lattice cover plate dies. So first is that base layer, as you can see, cut out of white, and then the top more detailed layer, also cut out of white. I love white on white. And you can see how beautiful that is when it is stacked up together. Again, I'm going to layer that on some white cardstock. You can see that beautiful texture and dimension. Next, I'm going to add some colored cardstock in. So here I have white on the bottom, and then yellow for that base design, and then gold glitter for the detailed. So beautiful. I love all of these. So next on that A2 piece of cardstock, I'm going to add back in that base layer in white and then teal glitter paper in that detailed layer. So this would be a great option if you're going to do a card with fish or mermaids or anything like that. So lots of beautiful options. And here's just a quick look at what that looks like when you just dry emboss that top detailed layer in your embossing machine. So lots of fun options. You might also like the set of two layering Pineapple Lattice stencil set. So this is great for ink blending or glitter gels or anything like that. So super fun for building your backgrounds. Now here's a fun card that I made using the pineapple lattice cover plate dies, all in white. I used the pineapple stamps and coordinating dies, and then that thanks sentiment is a sentiment that you'll see later on in the week. Here's a beautiful card from design team member Lisa. She's used those cover plate dies, and then of course the pineapple die cuts, and she's used the fruits of the spirit stamp and coordinating dies. Now this next stamp set is called Raise a Glass. Again, this set has lots of fun pieces included. So you've got those detailed outline stamps that you can Copic color, colored pencils, watercolor, whatever your heart desires. But then there's also those solids, so you can have fun with ink blending or anything like that. So fun. Just look at the little slices and the umbrella. You can just make the perfect cocktail. There's also an awesome coordinating die set, so it's going to cut out everything you need for the Raise a Glass plus some, so it's going to give you some layering options, and I'm going to get into all of that next. I'm going to show you lots and lots of options with this stamp and die set. So first of all, I have taken those detailed or outline stamps and I have stamped those and done Copic coloring. So you could color in whatever you wanted to. It would be fun to watercolor or use your colored pencils. I just love all the options with these. Now here are two awesome cards from design team member Bobby. First, you can see that she has stamped those images and then did Copic coloring right inside those little glasses. I just love all the details here. Here's another cool card from Bobby where she made a pint of beer setting up there on that counter. I love that, and Bobby's Copic coloring is always amazing. Now let's look at some of the options using the outline stamps and the solids. So you can stamp the outline or the detailed stamp and then color blend right onto the solid stamp and stamp right inside your glass. So you can see all the different sizes and shapes there. So they'll coordinate together so you can make the perfect blend and perfect cocktail. So you can see all those beautiful little blends of colors. I use Distress Oxide. You can even add the little foam to your beer. I added a little sugar around the rim, of course, for the perfect cocktail. So lots of fun, lots of different options with these. Now here's some yummy inspiration from design team member Brenda. She's used the detailed or outline stamp to create her glass and then filled in the inside of her strawberry daiquiri and her yummy margarita with the solid stamps. I just love that. So cute. Next is some awesome little cocktails from design team member Becky. She again has used the detailed stamp for the outside and then the solid stamps to fill the inside. Now here's some other looks at ways to use just the dies. So I didn't use any of the stamps on this. Here I have used the coordinating dies. You can see here I have the one for the glass, which is the outside in vellum. And then I have filled the inside with just colored cardstock. So that could be a fun option if you wanted to do kind of a neat little die cut cocktail card. Another option I made was to cut the glasses out of white cardstock, and then I color blended a rainbow of Distress Oxide inks, and I cut out what would be the inside or the liquid part of your cocktails out of that color blended paper, and I added that right on top. So you can see my yummy rainbow cocktail lineup that I have going here. I also cut out of that paper that I blended all the little fruits and flowers, so I have the perfect accessories for my cocktails. Now here's a quick card I made using those cocktails that I just showed you. So it is white cardstock and then the color blended. I love the rainbow design and just a teeny note. And here's a fun die cut design from design team member Bobby. She has used the die cuts for her little drink. She's added little bubbles and then some of our new thin frame dies. And again, we haven't forgotten about you. If you love to ink blend and use stencils, there's also a Raise the Glass coordinating stencil that has all the little bits and pieces you need to create your cocktails. Okay, next we have Sip Sip Hooray, and it is the perfect sentiment set to go with the Raise a Glass stamps and coordinating dies. So we have sentiments like Just a Teeny Note, Drinks Are on Me, Drinks Are on Deck, Aloha, Let's Party, A Toast is in Order, Mix It Up, Live It Up, Cheers, Sip Sip Hooray, Happy Hour Indeed, Thank You for Your Hospitality, You Raise the Bar, It's Party 30, You're Just a Teeny Bit Older, Congrats Are in Order, and Time for Girls' Night. So lots of great greetings to go with all those cute little cocktails. Now, Sip Sip Hooray has a coordinating die set, and it is going to cut out all of those awesome greetings. So you can either stamp those directly onto your card, or you can use the coordinating dies and pop those up for a little added dimension. So to get a closer look, I have stamped these and used those coordinating dies to cut them out. You can see how cute these are. And of course, they go perfectly with the cocktails from Raise a Glass. There are also some of these that would be great on other cards, like that one, Thanks for Your Hospitality, goes perfectly with the Fine Apple and the Pineapple stamp set, because pineapples are the symbol of hospitality. There's the Let's Party, A Toast is in Order. Lots of cute little greetings in this set. It's just packed full. Just a teeny bit older, great for a birthday card. It's Party 30. You Raise the Bar, great for a little congratulations or a pat on the back. Cheers, Just a Teeny Note. And as you can see, there are options just for about everything. Here, Becky has created Happy Hour Indeed, added a lineup of yummy looking cocktails, and I love that greeting there, heat embossed on black paper. Here's a cheers card from Brenda that is also heat embossed with what looks like platinum embossing powder. It's beautiful with those cocktails. Here's another little cutie from Becky. She's used several of those greetings with her cocktails, Live It Up, Sip Sip Hooray, and Cheers. We have some fun new additions to our Thin Frames collection. So this is the Hexagon Thin Frames die. You can see there all those hexagons are there in one die. So one pass through your die machine is going to give you 22 thin frames. There's a closer look at what those are going to look like when they're all cut out of different colored paper. And here Antonia has used several thin frames on each card. She's paired the hexagons with the freshly picked fruit. Next up is the Quilt Triangle Thin Frames die. Again, it's just one die to run through your die machine. Here's a graphic that easily shows you what those look like when they're cut out. It cuts 10 thin frames. So lots of fun on projects. Here Shannon has created some great geometric projects using the thin frames, quilt triangles, and ink blending. I just love those triangle rainbows. Now this has been day one of our Hello Summer release. Make sure you check out everything on the blog and social media, and this will be available at honeybeestamps.com on July 5th. See you tomorrow.